Yo everyone, it's Darman, and welcome to my first one and done of Banjo-Kazooie. This game holds a special place in my heart, and to show you, I just wanted this one to be my first one. I kind of held a survey, but I kind of knew this would have been my first one. And this was my test file, as you can see, 3 seconds. We're gonna erase that. Yeah, let's do it. Play a game. Here we go, guys. To give a little backstory about this game, which you're about to see, so I'm going to spoil it for you, because that's the kind of person I am. I love spoilers. This game is about a bear and bird companion duo, platforming, just good friends. And, well, I don't even know if you want to call them friends. You'll see their interactions. But basically, the main antagonist, her name is Grunty. There she is. I love it. I love the rhyming. Oh gosh, this game, if you've never played it, pick it up. It's on Xbox 360. You can find it on an emulator, or if this series does well, maybe this one and done will become a series. I'm sure it will, but maybe not anytime soon. It depends on how much you guys really want it to be completed. Why, it's Tootie. So, she is the most fairest of them all, and the main story is Grunty wants to be thin. She wants to be the most beautiful. So if she can get her hands on Tootie, which is the main protagonist Banjo's younger sister, then she can become a bodacious babe, the hottest of all witches in her green skin and all. So that's where she's off to. There she is. There's Tootie. So this game came out in 1997, 98. I was a young lad. I was all of 6 or 7, and this game came out after The Legend of Zelda. It came out after Mario 64. But this was the first game first or second game I completed, next to Ocarina of Time. But as you can see, that's our friend Bottles, and he's kind of our mentor, if you'd say. It's funny how a mole can teach a bear and a bird, but you know, back in the day when Anthropomorphic, now you get it. When these kind of characters were the rage, and anything went, I suppose. Anthropomorphic. There you go. I said it. Be happy. We don't want ugly. We don't want Tootie to become ugly. That would defeat the whole purpose of this game. So we'll kind of go over the purpose of the game when we get to it. But basically, this opening is just a bunch of just like there you go. So here we go. Tootie's coming. Grunty's coming in. I'm getting all frazzled because I'm so excited to be playing this game for the first time in years. Don't fall out of your coat hanger. Ooh, see? She's growing up. That's basically what she meant. Maybe if Banjo was awake. Those pixels, let me tell you. Those polygons. Oh, I just saw right through his, skin. Nope. And with that, begins our journey. So we control Banjo, and right here we're gonna get the tutorial option, and I think we're gonna skip over it, but I'll go over all the things. You know what? I lied. We will watch. We will go through it, and we can't skip it, but we can make them talk really fast. I'm just holding different buttons now. This is too awesome. I'm so excited to get back into this. I wish this became a series. So let me know. Just let me know if we can get I don't know, the day this gets 20 likes, I'll go back and I'll do this whole entire series. I can't get enough of the old N64 era games. I think we'll just do the tutorial. We'll go real quick. What do we need to do? So we gotta explore, and this is basically back in the day, they didn't have millions of signs to teach you. But as you can see, right now, I'm pressing all the different buttons. All we can do is jump currently. So had we skipped the tutorial, we actually would have had our move set But because we did do the tutorial, we're just going to learn every single item. We're going to learn every single way to get our moves. So this is teaching us how to just use our camera, which is kind of silly. We know the cameras, but because they ported this to the, there you go, as you can see, because they ported this to the Xbox 360, they had to change a couple things once Rare bought out, or once Microsoft bought out Rare. So this is gonna teach our Beak Buster, maybe? The Claw Swipe, I was close, maybe. Not really. This is Banjo's attack. So if we just stand still or move, we'll get a little punchy 1, 2, 3 hit combo, which you will never see me use. Once we get to the move that I always use, you'll see which move it is. So Carrot the Topper's right here, and let's use our Claw Swipe. I'm pressing X. I'm pressing X. Okay, so we can't move, I guess. Even though it said we could move and do it. Huh, interesting. Get over here, Topper. I'm gonna get you. This is such compelling gameplay back in the day. But once we get out of the tutorial section, I'm gonna actually cut to each tutorial section just because this is gonna take up a bit. It's got a lot of talking and basically nothing. Hey, we got the roll attack though, so this is, I guess we're not gonna cut yet, but this is our rolly attack. This is our Claw Swipe when moving. So I suppose I was doing the tutorial wrong because I'm a big blubbering idiot. On to the next one. So this is the Rat-a-Tap Rat. So guys, this is my favorite. This is my attack of choice. I will only, almost exclusively attack with this. Even though I'm maybe out of practice, but let's see. Do we got another one? Give me another cauliflower, please. There we go. So we get a honeycomb. Here's another aspect of the game that we can talk about. Honeycombs are basically your life. If we pause quick, you can see we have 5 up there. I paused really quick and then ended out. We have 5 honeycombs. That's our health. And if we collect 6 of those empty honeycombs, we will actually gain an entire health bar, or an entire honeycomb per se. So without a cut, here's our next tutorial, which I believe is the drill. Nope, the Beak Barrage. You know, I'll get this right sooner or later. So here we go. You got a little dash attack, which is only useful for breaking rocks, honestly. I don't think you use this unless there is a mission that requires it. But here is our second honeycomb. I'm an extra honeycomb. Here we go. Next mole. Next bottle's mole house. Hey Banjo, I hope you're on the right spot. I didn't even see what he said. Now I'm just skipping over it. Now I'm just talking out of my butt. So we're learning how to climb trees, which can be useful. I believe there is a honeycomb on top of one of these trees. Let's see. You'll find plenty of other things to climb. You'll find a bunch of ropes. This one, I'm like 90% sure has the honeycomb. Just kidding. I found it, guys. We actually don't have the skills. We don't have the skills at all to get it yet. So we'll go get that in a second. But we're about to learn how to swim. This one is too easy. I couldn't just say that we're learning how to swim. So all we do is go under, and I believe there's a honeycomb on one of these faces of the mountain in the center. So X is the dive. Here we go. Let's give it a chance. Give it a shot. Give it a chance shot. I'm so nervous, I guess. Normally I'm not nervous to play. I just go in guns a-blazing and it's fun. But with this game, I wanted it to be perfect. I actually tried maybe 6 or 7 takes. There we go, I found it. I did like 6 or 7 takes to get this opening because I didn't know how I wanted to open it. I know exactly what skill I want next. But I wanted it to be perfect because this game does mean a lot to me. So I hope I'm doing it justice. So far, I feel like I've been flubbing a little bit harder than I normally do, but we're about to learn the skill that will get us that honeycomb on top of the tree. It's called a flip. I don't know what it's truly called. Feather flip? More than that, press A to jump and hold it to jump higher. Okay, I lied. Come on, let me up. So if we crouch... What? Wearing ridiculous glasses and a silly grin? He's not listening. Hold the right or left trigger, then press A for the mighty flap flip. I was close. Feather flip, flap flip, I'll take it. Either way, We have learned all of the basic moves. Meet me at the top of the spiral mountain, and I'll tell you what to do next. So perfect. There should be a honeycomb over here. We'll do the flap flip, get it, and that is piece number 4. We have one more on top of the tree, and then one at the waterfall, which I kind of talk about the waterfall because it's actually one of my favorite aspects of the game. But let's go get that tree. Tree comb, honey. And we got it! Okay, so with that cut, when I goofed on what I was saying, this waterfall, as you can see, has a, well, I failed. We got an extra honeycomb, but we don't need that extra life since we're just kind of ending off at a shorter point than I'd rather do than when I'm playing regularly. I'd probably go after like 3 or 4 levels. But with that waterfall, actually, in Banjo-Kazooie, it makes an appearance, and you can get a secret item, which maybe one day we'll talk about. I missed. I like that little shortcut. I don't know if any other kids back in the day did that, but that was always my go-to getting to the top of this mountain. And let's talk the bottles one more time before we enter. Well done, guys. You're ready to tackle the witch now. We sure are. Show us the way, Bottles. I've fixed the bridge so you can cross it and enter Gruntilda's lair. I called her Grunty, but her real name's Gruntilda. Why did I call her Grunty? Is that her nickname? I feel like they call her Grunty, or maybe I've just always called her Grunty. But her real name's Gruntilda, and I'm a flubbing idiot. Look it, here you go, guys. On with the plot. Scared little Tootie, thin, very beautiful. Let me tell you, those gorgeous pigtails. And then Gruntilda and Klungo. You tell her. See, Grunty, I knew it. I was gonna say something, but then I didn't. So I don't know what happens during this time, if it just takes forever for the transition to happen, or what, but it takes a long time for Gruntilda to turn into a beautiful witch wizard. So we're gonna get the main aspect of this game, jiggies, puzzle pieces, jig puzzle pieces, whatever you want to call them. They're called jiggies in this game, but these are the main collectibles. These are Mario stars, these are Link's Triforce pieces, and there are 80 of these, I believe. I could be wrong, but in this episode, we're gonna try and get 12. We're gonna try and get 12 in this episode, and it's basically, you use them to do this, unlock worlds. So you can see we need one piece, which we have. So to enter the world shown on the picture, you must fill in the missing spaces with the jigsaw pieces. We have the pieces. Let me just press a button now, please. Press A. If you don't want to use any jigsaw presses, press B. Okay, let's press A, and we have unlocked Mumbo's Mountain. That's it. The picture's complete, and the door to Mumbo's Mountain is open. I spoke a little fast. I feel like I've seen these words way too much, but as you can see, the O for the jigsaw puzzle pieces are like egg colored. We'll kind of get into that. So this is the main game. There's 7 or 8 worlds, and your main objective is collect 5 of these cute little guys called Jin Joos, voiced by Grant Kirkhope himself. Wow, I messed up his name. Now I feel like a really big idiot. He's the composer, by the way, of this game, and he has some of the most memorable music that I have in my head. Like I said, you have 5 Jin Joos, you have 100 jiggies. I said it twice. 100 notes and 10 jiggies. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna collect 100 notes, we're gonna collect 10 jiggies from this world, and then we're also gonna get all the moves. You know, this music is really nostalgic. I feel it in my bones. Maybe I'm so nervous because I'm sad that I can't do a full playthrough of this, but I know that right now is not probably the best time to be playing this. It's basically I'm just holding over until Dark Souls 3. The Talon Trot. I could have said this if I wasn't like gulping in my saliva. The Talon Trot is the most useful. It's basically a speed up, and you can climb up terrain. I don't know if you're reading what I'm reading, but that is not what we're looking for. This is. So let's grab our first jiggy of this world. Here we go. Like he said, we need to collect 10 of these to progress through the witch's lair. I looked at my recording software to see that. When you're ready to leave this world, return to the start area and stand on the exit pad, which we will not be doing. Over here we got some eggs, but what the heck could we need these eggs for? They're so cute. Am I doing this right? Ooh, we got a bunch to talk about. If we could stop missing. There we go, orange Jin Joos collected. So back here, which is a bigger part of the game, are Mumbo tokens. Ekum tokum. So what you do with these will be explained a bit later, but we'll collect a couple of them. So I'm gonna go collect all of these notes on this hill, and then I'll see you guys in a moment. We've collected enough notes to break the first note door. I could kind of go over that while we're fighting this boss of sorts. Well, maybe we shouldn't get hit. But he said we had enough notes to open a door. I don't know. You need a certain amount of notes from each world, but technically we could leave right now. We could go unlock the next level, but we wouldn't be able to unlock the door to that level, if that makes any sense. The notes are used to get to the levels, the puzzle pieces, the jiggies are used to get to the level itself. So we need to grab this big tangerine orange thing real quick. Boop, there we go. Kind of looks like it's an orange, kind of looks like a pumpkin maybe? But we gotta give it to little Chimpy dude. I don't know what his real name is. Oh, it's Chimpy. Let's see, I retain a lot of useless information like characters, Jiggy. I don't know. We're also missing we're missing 2 skills. There's one up here, if I wouldn't miss. See, if we were playing Banjo-Kazooie, he can actually grab ledges, and it's super easy. Everything you just slide around and you make it, but in this one, there's no grab ledging. Ledge grabbing, grab ledging, you know what I meant. So we're going to learn how to spit out eggs. This is a wonderful and amazing ability given to Kazooie. So basically, round 2 of the boss fight is about to happen. Press B instead, and you will shoot them out of your behind. Yep, she can spit out eggs, throwing them up, or she can poo out eggs, you know. So this game had a lot of issues, I guess. It's exciting. Thanks for all the eggs. Your energy is a little low. I'll fill it up for you. What a guy. What a guy. So we can go over to that side, but I think we're gonna go over here first, and we're gonna fight off Conga. And as you can see, not difficult at all. I didn't jump fast enough. I'm really good at this game, guys, I promise. Boop. Ooh, fastball. Yeah, we gotcha. We got him. He's dead. He's dead. We've killed Conga, except we're not that violent, so he'll just give us another Jiggy. And I do believe he stops throwing oranges at us for a while. Jiggy obtained. I just burped, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It was very... Nope, he's not throwing stuff at us. So I have a fun story to tell you guys while I go collect these notes that I missed. As you can hear, Kazooie, when she jumps, she makes this noise repetitively. My friend loved this game, and he would watch me. But when I started getting to the point where all I did was jump, he really couldn't stand this game anymore. He hated the noise that Kazooie made, and it made me sad because it felt so a part of the game. I know I shouldn't spam the jump like I just was, but that's how I always played it, so. Let's go collect our 4th Jin Joos. Purple, or pink, I guess. Depends on which color preference. I always thought it was purple. I know it's more pink now that it's been updated, but it'll always be purple in my heart. Let's go grab our 5th Jiggy. We're making short work of this level, let me tell you. It's been a couple years, but I'm telling you, most games from the Nintendo 64 era, I know like the back of my hand, which to say is, I know it relatively well. Not the best, but here we go. This is the Beak Buster. This is the one other skill that we needed, and I believe the last skill of this area? I don't like the sound of that, Banjo. So this is basically this is the ground pound equivalent of Mario. Whoa, Banjo! I don't know what he was gonna say, but let's go pound down on this hut and get some more notes. I gotta go. This talent trot makes the game so enjoyable, except when you mess it up. Like if you jump, even though I'm not holding any of the buttons, he'll continue the talent trot, which is not necessarily annoying. It's just hard to get out of the habit of just always holding down the run button. Here we go, is the last Jin Joos, which gives us another Jiggy. So 9 Jiggies in total, plus 1 from the Jin Joos. That makes it 10. Also, another thing we could talk about, because I'm forgetting about some stuff, is that, like those honeycombs we got for completing the tutorial, and a 1-up, is that every world will actually have 2 honeycombs and another Jiggy. We're just steamrolling. You guys want to see one more Jiggy? Well, too bad, because up here, when we shoot our eggs at this guy, we'll knock him down. We'll do one more, if I could hit him, and then we're gonna, nope, one more. I forget, it's 3. So after you take out all 4 of these, you get a Jiggy. But if you take down 3, get on top, you can get an extra honeycomb. And I missed, and I missed, and I did it. Give me the Jiggy. Dun dun. We got number 7 or 8. You know, I can math. So we're gonna do this in the most optimal way I can think of. So the second honeycomb that I was speaking about is actually right here. Wow, that was way more accurate than I thought. This bull is invulnerable to our attacks. I remember spending a lot of time as a kid trying to kill him. He just doesn't die. And that beehive actually is like a health restore. And there's usually 1 to 3, I'd say. Oopsie poopsie, maybe 2 to 3 of those throughout the level. So the reason we didn't come up here is because we actually didn't have the beat buster. So up here you'll see a little puzzle piece, or I guess a switch, and it activates a puzzle piece on the outside world. So we'll have to get that on our way out. But oh, just run right into Conga, why don't ya? So we have all of the notes on this screen. We have one last area, so it's kind of unoptimal. We should have went up to the top to get the beat buster first so we didn't have to run back and forth. These giant termites are really gross. I always hated them, but I love the noise they make. Let's see. Make it. Say it. Do it. I don't know. I'm gonna get one to say it. Just wait. Guys, I'm an idiot. It's these guys that make the noise. That's my favorite noise of this entire game, I think. And we're gonna do the spam jumps. So the only thing we haven't talked about, besides the Jiggy in his eye that I completely forgot about, Ekum Tokum, is this is Mumbo's Hut, the mountain's namesake. He will give you, in every world, a transformation that correlates to the world. And here's some notes. We're also missing. Please tell me that the token is behind you, otherwise I'll feel like an idiot for missing it. You know what? I lied. I know where it is. So we're gonna grab these notes and I'll show you where it is. So guys, I don't know if I talked about this hole, which I don't think I did. But if you come in here, we'll be greeted by this one Termite that called us ugly, so I mean, it's only right that we kill him. And we have a platform, not a platformer, but we have an area that we can go up. So we're gonna climb up here. And as you can see, once we get to this area, we actually slide down. There's no way for Banjo to get up here. Even if I try with all my might, there's no way. And that is where Mumbo comes in, guys. Like I said, he transforms you. So, when we step on this platform after he talks to us one more time, we have plenty of tokens. Let's press X to see the mighty Mumbo magic. I think I did it justice. We've become a termite ourselves with a little backpack. Whenever we get transform, we actually have no access to Kazooie. So whatever abilities that it comes with, that is it. And this termite, you guessed it, it can climb on walls that normally aren't scalable by Banjo. We can also jump a bit higher if you hold down the A button. So we come in here, we already killed the termite, so he's dead. But we come up here, and you will notice we can climb on the walls, just like I kind of predicted / ruined. I'm the nicest. And right here, we have all 100 notes. We've done it. We've completed the Jin Joos and the notes for this area. And we've whiffed on that jump, messed up the camera angle, and made myself very dizzy. Okay, now we've made the jump after missing 3 times. I thought I was gonna miss again. Nothing but eggs right here, so we can keep on going. And let's head out on top of this giant anthill, or termite hill. You know, I don't even know if they're termites. I always just associated them with termites because they're pink and not black or red. So this is another fun feature. You grab it, and there's no cutscene for grabbing it. We're gonna just jump all the way down. And you hear that? We've collected 100% in this world, so we're actually free to go. The thing about Mumbo's magic is if you leave the world as his magic transformation, you'll run out of power by the time you get anywhere. So, without leaving too far, you can use this termite to climb up this wall that isn't normally accessible to Banjo or Kazooie, and you can get this. And to make it even more optimal, we're just gonna walk right out, and we don't have to go back to Mumbo. We can just automatically turn back into Banjo by leaving the area. And never again will we need to set foot into Mumbo's mountain. Completed. So this is basically the hub world. So we never will have to go to the right anymore. The left is where it's all at. So we got a little bit more time, so I'm gonna go over a couple more things. As you can see, we have another Bottles molehill. This is a note door sealed by Grunty. I told you it was Grunty. Don't tell me it was Gruntilda. I know things about Banjo-Kazooie. It says we need 50 notes, so we need to collect at least 50 notes for Mumbo's Mountain. And as you know, we collected all 100, so we can get right through this door. I burped again. It was delicious. Open thine door. And do a little jig. Yeah, that's what this game's all about. I'm so excited because I know this is going to become a full series one day. But as you can see, we collected... Hey, what's her name? We can't talk to her because Grunty's talking. Hello there, young ones. I'm Brentilda, Gruntilda's nicer sister. I've crept down here to help you defeat the old hag. It's about the way she was taught it was time that she was taught a lesson. So we can get 3 secrets from her. Remember them well, young ones, as they will help you avoid a fiery fate. We're not going to hear them today. Basically, she helps you endgame. We'll just say that. We collected 10 or 11 Jiggies because we used one, and we're going to fill in. I just want to fill it in. I don't want to take any out. Come on, Bottles. Let's just complete it. They're stuck there permanently. We've completed Treasure Trove Cove, one of my favorite levels. I almost, if I had time, I would do this, but this is a one and done, and so we've completed the first level 100%. We can talk about a couple more things. There's a little grunty minion. We go up here, and we've got access to a whole nother area. As you can see, we have 1 exit, we have 2 exits, we have a note door which needs 180, so we actually need 80 more notes from this next level. We have an exit here, and a secret exit there. We'll go look at this real quick. Why not? Why not? We have ever the slightest bit of time. So up here we have a cannon, we have a treasure ship, or I mean a pirate ship, and then Treasure Trove Cove, one of my favorite levels. Just listen to the music, guys. This is where we are going to end off. Ahoy there. This be Treasure Trove Cove. There be 2 new moves for ye to learn or find. So this Jiggy, I actually never got as a kid because of what's behind us. I'm so scared. There's Sharky. He is a scary fellow. We're gonna leave off this one and done on this episode, guys. So if you liked this one and done, just leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe if you want. I don't care. And we may come back to this series one day. For now, I think we're going to leave it as done. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to follow me on Twitter and ask me about it. But until then, stay tuned for the next episode. Tomorrow should be also a one and done. If you're following this, and if this isn't the future, then tomorrow you'll see a different game. But if we ever come back to this and you're watching this, this will be the first episode for sure of the series. So, like I said, stay tuned for the next episode, guys. Bye!